Many of us, if not all of us in the room, know TDK. What we may know TDK for, however, has changed. When I was growing up, TDK was synonymous with cassette tapes. The company has evolved quite a bit since then. And so I'm very pleased to speak with you, Taro, to tell us about TDK and how it's changed and your role at TDK.
Yeah, thank you, Josh. Actually, TDK has been changing its main products. Back in 70s, 80s, we have sold many cassette tapes, audio tapes, or videotapes, etc. And then we shifted our focus to hard disk drive after 90s. Then, over the last 10 years, our main products are batteries, components, electrical components, and sensors. And now, we drive to also become a solution provider rather than just simple components maker. So this is our next challenge. And then over the last 30 years, I have witnessed industrial change, technology shift, changes over time in my career in TDK. Now it's time for me to think about how to deal with evolution of AI as a corporate head of corporate strategy.
Thank you. Well, with over $15 billion in US dollars in revenue, 100,000 employees and operating in 30 countries, your footprint is a large one. Mm-hmm. Today, we're going to talk about physical AI, and in particular, the brain and the body, if you will. And so if you think about AGI as the brain, it's effectively here, right? What the next unsolved problem is giving it a body. And so the general purpose robot that moves autonomously and reliably in the physical world doesn't yet exist. But the reason is not intelligence, it's the physical layer. So as you talked about, sensors, actuators, batteries, edge reflexes, and optical connectivity are forming bottlenecks. But TDK doesn't build the body itself. Instead, it provides the essential building blocks that makes the body function. That's the big bet. So we hear a great deal about AI becoming more capable, but TDK's view, as we've discussed, is that intelligence alone is not enough. What do you believe that the next phase of AI, why do you believe that it won't be defined by the brain, but by the body, by the physical system that allows it to operate in the real world?
Yeah, I think most people talk about brain, AI as a brain. But actually, if AGI will be available in the market, actually this will be coming to the physical space.
Yes.
So, but there are many, many challenges ahead of us when it comes to the physical space. Because, okay, if AGI is available, your robot will be working autonomously and think by itself. However, you wouldn't like the situation that your robot will stop after 30 minutes because of the battery outage. Or you don't like the situation that your robot misunderstands the situation around you. Or your robot misconduct or misbehave due to the noise from the other devices. So you need, or robot needs, better or more sensitive sensors, more long life batteries, or more reliable power supply, or higher quality of components. That's what we can provide as a solution.
But we're not talking about humanoid robots in the home. We're talking about sensitive solutions in factories, in hospitals, in infrastructure. For years, the cloud has been the center of gravity, if you will, for AI, but that's changing now. Do you see that balance beginning to shift towards the edge? And if so, how does that, what does that mean for AI in those sensitive locations, factories, in hospitals, in infrastructure itself?
Yeah, I think the AI will be more decentralized. Then each device or each machine will have AI capability to some extent, while main brain still remains in the data center. But I think physical AI will be deployed first in a specific arena, specific application or specific environment, like factories, warehouses, or maybe hospitals. And then TDK has also developed sensor solution, sensor module solution for the factory operation. We call it Sensei. And this device can detect abnormality of your device or your machines in a factory, and then tells you when it needs to be replaced or when it needs to be repaired or when it needs to be maintained, so that we can save some cost of a factory, also avoid downtime in your factory machines.
Would you call that preventative maintenance?
Yes, it is.
And so you, if I understand you correctly, you're saying that it can predict failures beforehand.
Yes.
to keep factories running, to keep
Yes.
uptime without having to wait for a component to fail.
Exactly.
I see.
And this is the first step for the deployment of AI in the factory.
Great. Let's turn to the eyes if we can. Smart glasses have been the next big thing for over a decade, and let's be honest, have mostly disappointed. TDK is making serious bets here with acquisitions and significant investments in smart glasses, in smart glass technology. Why is this time different? Why are you confident that this time will be different?
Yeah, actually, we acquired a company called SoftEye last year in the US. And that company has a unique technology to actually detect or track your eye movement and then identify what you're looking at or who you are facing with. So you don't have to tell your AR devices, hey, what I'm looking at or who I'm facing with. And then AR glasses will tell you, AI will tell you on the lens what you are looking at and who you are meeting with. And so the users can be free from inputting by finger or voice command. So this will change your experience of AR glasses. And not only that, we have also comprehensive solutions for AR glasses, such as smaller batteries, or better sensors, haptic devices, and microphones. So all of these solutions we have can change your experience of AR glasses. So for the better AR glass.
Thank you. As AI continues to scale, two constraints seem to be coming into sharper focus, and they both deal with movement, energy consumption and data movement. Causing bottlenecks. How do you break through those bottlenecks? More data, more energy is required all the time. We just heard about that in the last panel, both on device and in data centers.
Yep.
How do you think about that?
Yeah, actually, AI data center consumes a huge amount of energy. So this is one of the biggest social problem for us. We have announced that acquisition of a company called Fabric 8 Labs in the US.
Okay.
Actually, this company has a very unique technology of 3D metal printing. And then actually this 3D printing metal piece, we can, by utilizing their technologies, we can develop and produce very unique shape or sophisticated shape structure of the metal piece that can be attached or embedded to the AI chipset. Then we can reduce the temperature of the chipset dramatically so that we can save some, of course, energy consumption and also water consumption for cooling. This is one solution. The other big evolution in AI era is photonics. So today, data transmission between the data centers or data center within data center, rack to rack, server to server connection is already done by an optical cable. Mm-hmm. Now, this optical technology will come into the chipset. And NVIDIA or Broadcom, these AI giants has already started developing so-called co-packaged optics, which means optical device and the silicon sit down together and packaged in the same package in a single chipset. So this will also be a big solution for reducing energy consumption plus maximizing data transmission.
I see.
And TDK has also developed photonics devices for such kind of solution with utilizing our own capability of magnetics technology.
So TDK is building the body. The battery, in some ways, is the heart. Maybe some of the sensors are the eyes or touch, sight or touch. And all of this comes together, would it be fair to say, in a nervous system to connect the brain to the body and bring it into the world of physical AI. Is that a fair way to characterize it?
I would say so, yes.
Okay. When we think about physical AI, a lot of leaders in this room, as you hear, AI pervades every discussion. It might start as a geopolitical one, it moves to AI. It starts as a macroeconomic one, it moves to AI. But many of them are thinking about AI not in the physical realm, but just about AI adoption, if you will, with the brain. How should we be thinking about how to prepare for the era of physical AI?
Yes, actually, as I said, the innovation or evolution of AI is not only coming from physical cyberspace, but also physical space. And then, but there are many challenges physically, how to overcome, how to realize this technology in the real world. And but in other words, we have opportunities for innovations or new businesses. So therefore, each of us maybe should be thinking what kind of technology will be emerging next, and then be prepared for capturing these new opportunities. So, and as a TDK, we would like to become a solution provider for physical AI, utilizing our own technology and our own products. And then we'd like to become a partner for our customers to provide a solution for the AI era.
Very good, thank you. Capturing new opportunities, I think you're right, is key. A lot of questions from the audience. I want to look at one, which was, where do you think the technological bottleneck is most likely to slow the adoption of physical AI and robotics at scale? Not from an engineering standpoint, but for us as leaders in the room.
Yeah. I think, again, like I said, it is the biggest bottleneck for us is now energy supply. So we need to think how to reduce the consumption of energy without harming the environment. And then robotics, of course, the robot must be safe and reliable.
Safe and reliable.
Yes, and so you don't like your robot misbehave or misconduct, so malfunction. So therefore, we need to be very carefully design our products to be better or more reliable and higher quality and safer for our life.
I mentioned we weren't talking about personal robots, but a question from the audience is, how far away are we from having physical robots in the home?
How far away?
Is it? Do you think that's in the next few years?
No, I don't say so. Many people said that the AGI will come in the next few years. And somebody said after 2030s. And then AGI will come into the robot in the physical space. So it takes another maybe 5 years or even later. But physical AI will be deployed in a specific environment, like factories or warehouses. So this is maybe faster to come.
Faster to come.
A little bit, yes.
Very interesting. So when we think about the brain and the body, you've talked about how the sensors, the actuators, the batteries are really forming this part of the body. What are you most excited about when you think about the realm of physical AI?
The most excited about. Okay. I think that if your robot work autonomously and then think it by itself, and this would be very, very exciting. And then, but of course, there are lots of problems to realize this. So therefore, if we could contribute to such solutions through our technologies, and then make your robot safer and your robot more reliable, that would be great.
Okay. There's an energy consumption question I want to come to, but there was one that just flashed by. There are a lot of questions coming that said, what's the link between cassette tapes and AI for TDK? Is there a link?
Actually, there is no link between these two, obviously. But actually, we have many, we have many something in common in technology. So back in the 80s and 70s, we were producing cassette tape with using ferrite technology. Ferrite is a material, magnetic material. And this magnetic material is used for not only for audio tape, but also inductors or capacitors, and later hard disk drive head. So this magnetic technology always lied underneath for TDK's technological development. And then when we talk about AI, even this technology, tape technology, can be utilized for making batteries, for example, or making sensors.
Yes.
So I think from technology point of view, it is still connected to each other.
Yes.
Yes.
And there are some follow-ups coming fast and furious here. I'll try and summarize them just for time. What's the recipe for TDK's success in moving from cassette to AI? And how does TDK stay so agile? So in your role as Chief Strategy Officer, how do you help steer the ship in all of these changing times?
TDK has been changing its main products over time, like I said in the beginning.
Sure.
So it is our agility or flexibility is one of our key strengths. And then also but in these changes, we always have a kind of technology root underneath, and which is supported by our human resources and then technology asset. So these are the strengths we have, and we need to keep changing ourselves towards the future. Transformation is the key.
Thank you. I think where we'll wrap up is where we started. We talked about the brain. AGI is coming. We don't know exactly when, but we can see it in the near term. Now the body and how TDK is building that is the next frontier. I'd love to hear just your closing thoughts on that.
Next frontier for TDK is that yes. So we need to be. We are developing products, components, batteries, sensors, but this needs to be more connected to each other and then combine each other for a better solution for our customers. So like I said, we need to become a solution provider rather than components supplier. So this is our next challenge for the next 10 years.
We'll be watching with interest. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.